So in order to stop your self-sabotage, you first need to be aware, obviously, of that you are doing it and how. And that can be tricky because often it's very sneaky, you know? The self-sabotage can be very, very sneaky. It can, you know, maybe you all of a sudden find yourself in a fight, or all of a sudden you find yourself that you're binge eating after you had a really good day, or all of a sudden you feel super depressed and wanting to isolate after you had a really great connection with someone, or suddenly you're drunk when you just had like the best achievement at your workplace, like, and then you ask like, how did this happen? You know, I was just good, and now, you know, I'm doing this to my body, and tomorrow I will feel miserable. So it's you need to, you know, be aware of your enemy. Like, the enemy is very smart, it's very sneaky, and it's just very seductive and manipulative. Like, it's really, you know, invades you when you don't know, when you're not prepared. So how do you become prepared? Well, you start to see the patterns. You start to become aware of the patterns. And actually, you might need help by another person to start to see the patterns, maybe in therapy, or you do it yourself. You start to see, okay, whenever I have a good time with someone, or whenever I have a good connection with someone, whenever I have a good day at work, whenever someone is giving me a compliment, whenever I feel good about myself, whenever I feel good about what I did, then what? Okay? So think about all these situations and think about what happens next. What happens the day after, or the hours after, or the week after I felt good about something I did? How do I normally feel, or what happens in my life? What activities do I engage in after I had a moment of connection and love or positive feelings? That's your first question to ask, and to look over your life so that you can see a pattern. And you might also get help by writing it down. So every time you have a good moment, you know, write down the day and then see what happens. Because this is to, you know, gain control over this mechanism that is actually controlling your life and making you not being able to shift to a more positive mindset from this low, destructive fear and negative-based mindset. So be aware, see the patterns, and see the triggers. And so when you are very aware, when you know exactly your triggers, and don't get fooled. Like, don't think, oh, maybe this time I will manage. Maybe this time I won't engage in the self-sabotage. This time is different. No. This is, you know, if you have self-sabotage, it will find a way.